stadium that's been built in the world has had a bit of fights. But yes, I did expect that it was going to be a challenging fight.
It's sad because it's caused a lot of ruptures and frictions in the Tasmanian society, in the community, and it shouldn't have been like that. Projects like this should be about unifying people.
An AFL stadium at Macquarie Point has dominated the Tasmanian political landscape. It kicked off 6 years ago when the idea of a new stadium was floated by an AFL task force. The then Premier Peter Gutwein took the idea and ran with it in 2022, announcing plans to develop a stadium at Regatta Point.
Those club presidents are all well aware of what happened with the Gold Coast when it first came in 20 years ago. That attraction and retention of players and personnel was very difficult, and they had a revolving door, simply because they didn't have the necessary infrastructure. I formed the view that a new stadium was something that we needed to get onto the agenda and commit to.
A month later, he stepped down, passing the torch to his deputy, Jeremy Rockcliffe. By that stage, the AFL had latched onto the idea of a new stadium. They just wanted it in a different location, Macquarie Point. And while there was some pushback,
we've always said that we wouldn't be dictated to by the AFL.
The 19th licence became contingent on it.
Frankly, the only way it can happen is to have a stadium.
We're put in this sort of take it or leave it situation, and I think that makes the politics more divisive and really difficult for both sides.
And divide the public it did.
It's a bit of a distraction in terms of the other issues that we perhaps should be, discussing and grappling with as a community.
While thousands across the state rallied, Mr Rockcliffe also faced backlash from within his own party about a lack of detail.
I didn't see any documents, and when I asked for it, it was basically just the one page of talking points.
It all came to a head when Ms Alexander and fellow Liberal John Tucker decided to move to the crossbench.
This is a move that you cannot do lightly. I mean, we were both very aware of the consequences.
In return for confidence and supply, the Premier agreed to make the deal public and assess the stadium through the Project of State Significance process. 2 years later, it came back with a recommendation not to proceed. It didn't deter the Premier.
What the report has massively underestimated, though, is the economic and social value of such a precinct redevelopment.
Did they underestimate those intangible benefits? It's possible, but gee, they would have had to underestimate by a long way to turn the story around on the stadium.
The cost of the stadium has now blown out from $715 million to $1.13 billion. And that's not the final estimate. The state maintains it'll put in no more than $375 million in capital, with the Macquarie Point Development Corporation to take on almost $500 million in borrowings.
Government debt is government debt, and that's a cost that Tasmanians will have to wear in the future. They've got a lot of debt to consider. This will just add a bit more to it.
Adding an estimated $1.8 billion over the decade, to a state already facing more than $10 billion in debt in the next 4 years.
I've never had an issue with intergenerational assets being funded by intergenerational debt. We do that with bridges, we do it with hospitals.
Of course Tasmania can do it, they can achieve it, but it's not what you should be doing if you can possibly avoid it.
Whichever way the vote goes, the stadium will continue to dominate political discourse. If it goes ahead, the debate will turn to construction and cost, and the impact on the landscape. If it doesn't, Tasmania's AFL team will most likely die, and it will be the end of the project that's defined the Liberal government's second half.
Whatever decision they make is going to have such huge ramifications in the future.
I think it'll be the biggest lost opportunity that Tasmania has ever had. We're on the cusp of changing the state, I think, for the better.
Lucy MacDonald, ABC News.